What's up, y'all? My name is Adrienne Reeves. I'm a content creator. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. And with Behind the Mind, we are going to go behind the mind with different entrepreneurs from music, media, film, events, and we're changing the narrative on how Black people are portrayed in Black entrepreneurs. So we want to inspire you to do the same, be fearless, take that leap, and be your own boss. So I present to you Behind the Mind.
What's up, y'all? It's Ian. I'm a producer, recent college graduate from Emory University, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I founded HRGLASS Management that we have launched this year, and I'm on set with Behind the Minds.
What would you say is your personal mission statement?
My personal mission statement would have to do with persisting and always trying to have good intentions and setting out to treat people with the utmost respect that I feel like I would want people to treat me with.
Tell me about a specific situation where you failed while bringing up HRGLASS Management.
So since this summer, Zori is the artist that I've been working with on HRGLASS Management. We were working on his EP, and I've been an executive producer on that. And so working with that's been pretty easy. Me and Zori have known each other for years, so it's rarely any issues when we work together. But as a producer, like, you do feel like you have a piece in the album, and so you want as many of your beats and as your stuff in the album. And so me and Zori definitely had some times where we would kind of butt heads on whether we thought this song or this song should be on the project. And it was hard because I helped manage him, and also I produced for him too. So like, wearing those hats and trying not to cross those lines was definitely like a challenge for me. But I felt like this isn't my project, and I had to do what's best for him and this company. And so I had to put my feelings aside and the things that I wanted just for the betterment of everybody that was in the company and Zori.
So do you feel like that is something that you realized early on, or did you have to kind of sit back and realize that, you wanted to do it for the greater good of everyone and not, solely be, have your beats on the project?
It was something that I I don't know, I'm a very conscious person, so I kind of think about every action that I would do, and I'm empathetic. So like, I think of how the other person might, or how I would feel if I was in the other person's shoes. So like, I caught that pretty quick. And so after I caught myself kind of doing that and felt myself slipping into that, I had to immediately have a conversation with Zori and be like, look, like this is what's happening with me. Like, I understand it's not this, but like, I'm trying to work through it. And so like, if you see something, like, just say something. Like, and we just had to be open and transparent about that. And so it really wasn't too much of an issue, but it was definitely something that I had to work through.
With putting together the project for Zori, what would you say are some sacrifices did you have to make as a producer and as a manager in order to accomplish the overall goal?
Definitely staying up a little later and kind of working on making sure that this gets done. I'm actually currently talking back and forth with the mix engineer. So like, they send us back songs, I have to get that, send it back to Zori, and that's being the middleman, and that's kind of a sacrifice I feel like I've had to make. And so I don't really mind it, but it's definitely something that is a little taxing at times. Capital money. It's definitely my project too, but it's also Zori's, and we put our own money in it. We don't have a label behind us. We don't have any big investors. So like, that's definitely capital that I'm not putting towards like food, rent, or recreation. So, this is recreation, but you see where I'm going with that. What gives me strength to keep going? Sometimes I just think about where I was and like how much further I've came at the point where I'm at. Like, sometimes I think I'm not good enough today. And then I'll think back a couple months ago where I was and where I came from, and it kind of motivates me to even go harder. Sometimes I talk to my mom. My mom will definitely break me down and build me back up a lot of times. My friends, I think I have a pretty good support system. I'm pretty honest with myself, so I feel like I can also build myself up or break myself down as needed at times.
What are you looking forward to this year in 2020?
2020. I'm looking forward to a fresh start. Like, this is a whole new decade, so the slate is clean. I'm not really a person that's big on resetting at the year, but I feel like with 2020 and the restart of a decade, I feel like this is a good time. And I'm finally coming into like my own adult age. Like, I feel like this is the time where I kind of want to leave my legacy, make my mark in the world, and kind of find out what I enjoy doing so that by the time I get to the next decade, I can just work on being the best at that rather than kind of still figuring out what I'm trying to do.
How would you say music influences you and your decisions?
I mean, music is my everything. Like, music is, no pun intended, like the beat of my drum that keeps me going. Like, ever since I was 7, I've been around music. So I don't know a life without music. So even if I wasn't planning to work or working in music, I couldn't see myself not being around music. And I don't really understand people who don't like music or kind of stray away from it. It's kind of weird to me. Like, I've heard of people that literally don't like music, and I don't understand it. It's everywhere. Everywhere. You go in a car, music. Elevator, music. Bathroom, music. So that's just kind of like how it relates to my life in a sense. It's your boy Ian, and this was Behind the Minds of Hourglass.